Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell by our guest, he works out here and I work behind us.
No, you're just a slob.
Anyways, I'd like to welcome you to the closing night of The Epic of Troy, Love, Lust, and the Wooden Horse. On behalf of the F.H. Collins MAD program, I would invite you to clap, laugh, and enjoy the show as much as you can. I would like to also remind you that everything that you see, hear, and have heard about is completely original. That is, it has come from the minds of all the students in the F.H. Collins MAD program. That includes costuming, set building, the songs, composition of the lyrics, composition of the tunes, playing the music, recording the music, and then reproducing it on our sound system. The complete script is original, basically written on a collab effort with the guidance of two people, Sean McCracken and Richard Gardner. Okay? It's probably the neatest thing that happens in teaching when you can take 40 creative minds and work with them, contribute to their dreams, and all of a sudden have it come to life on the stage. And on behalf of Ross Peterson, myself, and Mary Sloan, we'd like to thank all the MAD students for the great job they've done this year. We won't see some of them again. Some of them are going off to graduate. Some of them are even going off into tech school or acting school. So once again, please keep in mind that everything that you see in here is done from scratch by students. And I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Fine, thank you.
Homer, now in my last years, to transcribe a true tale of love and war, which has, even at this enlightened time, nearly passed from the minds of men. I engage in this work so that all mankind may see and remember the great deeds and misdeeds that brought about the exaltation of many and the downfall of thousands. Please, where did we leave off?
This is what we have so far, my lord. This is the time before the gods concern themselves with the acts of mortal men. At a feast in the palace of Zeus, the top mountain Olympus, the gods had gathered to celebrate the joining of Peleus and Thetis. However, there is one particular goddess who had purposely been left uninvited. Eris, the goddess of discord, sister to Ares, the god of war. Great was her wrath when she learned of the gathering. Deep delved her malice, that she swore vengeance upon the other gods.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Eris stole a golden apple from the forge of Theseus, the crippled god of forge and smithing, and placed upon its mirror-like surface the inscription to the fair. Then, using much stealth, she entered the palace of Zeus and placed the apple where it would soon be noticed by the revelers. Upon its discovery, it was immediately claimed by the three most beautiful goddesses: Athena, Hera, and Aphrodite. Unable to decide who should be granted the honor of possessing the apple, the goddesses turned to Zeus for decision. But the king of the gods was wise, and he realized that to choose one of the goddesses would lead him into disfavor with the others. Therefore Zeus refused to make a decision and passed the matter on to a mortal for judgment. That mortal was a renowned lover and wooer of women, Paris, young prince of Troy. But before Paris could voice his decision in this beauty contest, each of the competing goddesses offered him bribes. Athena offered him wisdom, Hera promised unlimited power, and Aphrodite, not wishing to have the others hear her proposition, took Paris by the hand and whispered in his ear. When the final judgment was made, it was found that Aphrodite had put forth the most appealing bribe, for she had offered Paris a woman as beautiful as herself, Queen Helen of Sparta. There was, however, one difficulty, for Helen was married, and she wasn't married to just any man. She was married to King Menelaus, brother to the Greeks' commanding chief, King Agamemnon, and she was protected well. For before he had married her, all her former suitors, some of the most powerful men in the world, had promised that if she were ever taken from him, they would aid him in retrieving her. But young Paris was not averted from his goal. Under the premises of a state visit, he traveled to Sparta to obtain his prize. Aphrodite appeared to Helen and warned her of the events which would occur. When Paris arrived in Sparta, he was immediately stricken by her beauty. That very night, he and Helen fled Sparta together, and they set sail for Troy and arrived without incident. When Menelaus realized what had happened, he immediately called upon his brother Agamemnon for assistance in reclaiming his wife. Together, Menelaus and Agamemnon gathered all available forces and set sail for Troy. When the Greek forces approached the city walls and demanded Helen's return, they were met with blunt refusal. For despite the fact that Helen was in love with Paris, most of the chieftains of the city had been smitten by her beauty and had fallen in love with her. Thus, the Greeks entrenched themselves for a siege. For 9 years, they camped outside the city walls. A number of bloody battles were engaged, and each side received many casualties, but neither was able to gain a distinct advantage over the other. Locked in a stalemate, the soldiers feared of ever returning to normal life. But then at the commencement of the 10th year, the situation began to change.
ever seen such a sight, young Ajax?
No, my liege,
Many a good man has fallen this day, and I believe our soldiers are beginning to tire. 9 years of bloody war has a way of wearing on a man. We must all pray that this conflict may soon be resolved.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Suppose that I'm right. Do you like this war? Has there not been one day in which someone has not lost a loved one or friend? Does the rush of battle so fill your heart that you do not long to return to faraway Achia? I tell you, man, I had the opportunity to be quit of this war. Had I not the responsibility of the crown weighing on my brow, you would be hard-pressed to prevent my homeward journey.
My most powerful and almighty Lord Agamemnon, I formally request that I take a moment of your time. I realize the crown places
Yes, what is it, Ajax?
There are many things in this world which may foul the most carefully laid plans. These happenings may be minor or monumentous, but they're always quite unpredictable, and they always pose a problem. In this particular case, small rodents have been presented with two choices. They may either fight and scratch to eke out a small living out of the harsh land, or they may move to invade a readily available food source. They, of course, embarked upon the latter course of action. Unfortunately, the aforementioned food supply was one that we call our own. Thus, we've been put in a state of culinary distress.
So you're trying to tell me that a herd of mice has eaten most of our food?
I wouldn't put it quite like that, my lord. Something like a nest of renegade rodents have consumed the articles of our subsistence. It sounds so much.
Listen, they are mice because I said they're mice. You, my friend, are only a man because I allowed you to be classified as that. Is that understood?
Yes, my lord. My humble apologies.
Ajax.
Yes.
Not you, the other one.
Which other one, my lord?
You, the lesser.
What may I do for the imperial divinity?
Go to the other leaders and tell them that I, Agamemnon, summoned through the capital war, summoned to drop whatever activity they are currently engaged in and send me immediately.
Excuse my brashness, your lordship, but I've already taken the liberty of extending your invitation with slightly more palatable demeanor. They should all be arriving here any moment to lay out and act upon a plan of sheer and utter genius. Speaks well of all Greeks that we've...
Time up, man! Your love of fine words and long explanations will lead you to an early death. If those blasted Trojans don't get your own comrades, they would...
20 Trojans all around! Wait,
Anyway, welcome. I trust that Ajax the Eloquent has seen fit to brief you as to the reason for this meeting.
Brief? Is that some exceedingly poor attempt at a joke, Agamemnon? It took them 10 minutes just to give us the message to come. We didn't dare let him get on a roll by questioning why.
Well, to keep a short story short, mice have gotten into our food supply and ruined most of it. How much time would you say we have remaining on the supply, Dave? And remember, keep it short.
I'd have to say we could careful rationing. We do have one other problem to consider. How can we get rid of the mice to ensure that they won't infest any food that we procure on our raids?
Maybe we can catch the little devils, train them to eat stone, and get them to chew to the walls of the city. Yes!
A truly diabolical plan, great Menelaus. What wonder inspiration it is to watch your genius at work. You give us all something to inspire to life.
Are you insane? It's an utterly ludicrous plan.
Yes, quite right. Thank you for saving me from Menelaus. It's amazing how persuasion. Oh, powerful Achilles.
Ancient revered Nestor, what course of action would you suggest to rid ourselves of this scourge?
I remember the time when we were fighting with the great beasties. I think we were trying to prove some point or something, but I cannot be sure. Well, anyways, the Thorish Navy was beating on the gates of Athens. Now it seems to me that if you quickly down from on top of the city wall, they all look like little mice chewing on a big block of cheese. Kind of like this.
What we'll have to do is totally scour down one of the ships, put all the food on it, and anchor it a little ways offshore.
Good plan, Odysseus. Now let us just get down to the business of deciding which unfortunate city we will hit.
As you can see by the map before you, a small town on the island of Lamos Autraz, my soldiers would call it, is located not far from here, approximately a day's journey to the northwest.
And its defensive capabilities?
Practically nil.
You mean to say they don't even have a small army to ward off looters and those who would steal away wives in the night?
Yes, I'll tell you all about having your wife stolen. I had my wife stolen in the night.
Yes, good Ajax. That is exactly what I'm trying to say.
You must tell us how it is that a town would allow itself to be caught in such a state of unpreparedness.
All of their able-bodied men have signed on to aid Troy in this conflict. It is ironic, is it not, that while they struggle to protect the homes and wives of other men, that their own shall be taken from them?
There is no time to wait then. Odysseus and Ajax, the greater and the lesser. Prepare your army. We sail first thing in the morning to take Audra. Achilles, Nestor, and Menelaus will remain here to keep the city's forces engaged.
My most humble apologies, your awe-inspiring lordship. But I'm afraid my army now will be unable to join you on your glorious conquest. For all my soldiers are down with the flu.
We haven't seen much of your army throughout this whole war, Ajax. Why not?
Well, you see, on the trip over here, I broke a mirror in my quarters. As a result, my superstitious men spent the first 7 years huddled their heads to ward off the bad blood. After the first 7 years passed our victory.
Fundamentally, Ajax, I lost 15,000 men in those first 7 years.
But then you feel, great one. Every single one of my men contracted sleeping sickness. Somewhere. They got over that within a year. There was that battle. A year half ago. I fought in that one. But then about 6 weeks ago, now got sick again. Well, you see, my whole army will be laid out for at least 2 more months.
You and your bloody army were so useless and chicken-hearted. We'd have taken Troy by now. You useless bastards! You're stopping me from getting Alan back.
Hey! Stop it now!
I seem to have gotten a bit worked out. I think I need to go outside and cool off. Now, come, Menelaus, come. I will tell you a tale of my 18th wife. What's it, my 18th wife? Once she was a beautiful woman, but she was somewhat scary.
Ajax, you look at the hill. Why don't you join your soldiers before me? Odysseus and Ajax, prepare your army. Achilles, I want you to spread your troops so that the Trojans suspect that nothing is amiss. I want the attack on Andros to go off another hitch.
Troy the city, now on the sea. Troy on the sea.
But I have a hard time trying to imagine a woman beautiful enough to die for.
No one could be worth all this pain.
Except, perhaps, Prince Paris. Yes, he is quite a creation, almost a dream. He could carry me off to some distant land if I wouldn't mind.
Yes, but would you doom your friends to a painful death just so you could be happy?
True. Regardless of beauty, how can the poor lose justice? Don't believe it can.
I can't get out.
Paris. Reports tell me that there's practically no activity in the Achaean camp. But I killed enough of those devils to realize that they will not relent until they were all dead.
Oh, my good brother Hector, you simply have a suspicious mind. I'm willing to bet your armor. Those Achaeans are merely taking a break. I mean, even great warriors need to rest in peace a little.
Just because that's what you would do in their position, do not believe that they would be so slothful. Above all else, these Achaeans are both worthy and extremely dangerous opponents. Enough of this. We have other business.
Curse you 1,000 times over, Apollo, you amorous archer. Had I the power, I would drag you through the streets by your golden locks to let the curs mark you as their own.
Oh yes, you spoke so sweetly. Come, you said, let us join as one for a time. Great shall be your ecstasy, and this gift of prophecy which I bestow upon you now is but a token of what may be yours.
But you spoke with a forked tongue, you deceiver of mortals.
What service will the gift of foresight give me when you have removed my powers of persuasion? I tell that which I see with perfect clarity, but others just mock my words and speak of my insanity when my ears are turned from them. May all eternity bring you nothing but pain, you foul beast!
Oh, what calamity you're ranting about now, dear sister?
Just of my bad fortune, Paris. It is of no consequence to you, but now that I have found the both of you, I have received some important information.
Wait, before you begin, I must question you concerning the source of this information. Where exactly did you hear this news that you're about to give us?
Must I tell you over and over? The gods have given me the gift of foresight. Listen to me now, you pompous fools. You must believe me when I tell you that it is the Achaeans' intent to attack the city of Audra on the day following tomorrow.
And did the gods send you a bouquet of flowers with this vision? Perhaps a skin of fine wine?
How dare you suggest that my gift is anything less than authentic? I'll have you know
Now, dear sister, we can't be having unsupported cries of wolf among the townspeople. If it'll ease your troubled mind, I'll have some sentries keep a lookout on the Achaean encampment, and if they move anywhere, we'll be the first to know. Now, go home and rest. I'm sure these visitations must be very taxing on your mind.
You're not really going to do that, are you? We can't even afford to have one man fall ill and strain himself. Our forces are barely enough to hold the city as it is.
Fear not. There's no way I'm going to have any additional burden put on the backs of the already overworked men. An easy promise to make and easy one to forget.
You're most devious, brother, when it comes to twisting people to your ways. I'm surprised you were not able to convince Menelaus simply to give you Helen rather than you steal her away in the night, so.
Oh, there's some things not even my honey sons would accomplish.
They will not believe me. This too I have foreseen. Well, Audra will fall. It's sad that the deeds of one man spell doom for so many innocent souls. They will ride to Hades on a sudden storm. But wait.
I hate this. First get stuck during night watch, then we're given these rations. They're so disgusting.
Oh, please, shut up! I'm really getting sick and tired of all your whining.
Oh, damn, Beefy, you didn't have to hit me.
There, let's go.
You! Yes, you old woman. What are you doing in this camp?
I have a message to give you, most noble Odysseus.
You seem to know who I am, yet I'm ignorant concerning your identity.
I am Shelton, the soothsayer. God has shown me your face and told me what the future holds for you.
Oh, really? And just what does the future hold in store?
I have seen that it is the Achaeans' intent to attack the city of Audra on the day following tomorrow. I have come to tell you that if you carry your plans to fruition, doom will come upon both you and your army.
Quite astounding. I guess I better go tell the other chieftains where to cancel our raid due to doom and gloom.
Believe me when I say that Odysseus will not survive the battle.
Be gone, old hag. I will not be frightened like some small child. If I am to die, it is my destiny.
Many lives will be saved if you heed my advice, but if not, farewell, Ulysses.
My name is Odysseus.
Just remember my words. Just remember.
What's that, Odysseus? Ah, you sly dog, you. That was one lovely filly, yes, sirree. What is her name?
I don't recall, but she had these eyes. There was something about them.
Oh, yeah, don't remember. You are just afraid of a little bit competition, you.
Her eyes.
Then there was the time when we were working for the Athenian intelligence service. We were to go to the Isle of Crete and discover their secret for making blue cheese.
Come now, old Nestor. Do they really have blue cheese? Never in all my years have I ever seen any.
Oh, yes. On Crete, they make the most heavenly blue cheese I have ever seen. It is creamier than 1,000 cheeses. And it is as deep blue as the huge trees cultivated on the street.
All the trees I've ever seen in Sparta are green.
And beaches are not creamy. I know, Patroclus, but this war is taking its toll on old Nestor. Let him speak and try not to confuse him too much. It is glorious! I can still feel the surge of battle in my blood, the ring steel in my heart!
Yes, you brought credit to your name, Jack. That was the most furious battle, but you were the furious.
I take it the conquest of the city went well.
Exceptionally. We were able to take the citizens by surprise, and as such, we took minimal casualties. In fact, no one died. However, Odysseus did get a bit of a crack on the head. Jumped with his mind ever so slightly, but I'm sure all he needs is a little rest.
Is it truly so? Odysseus? Odysseus?
He doesn't answer to that name anymore. From here on until the end of time, he'll be known as Ulysses. Ulysses the Great. Ulysses the Conqueror. Ulysses the Devious. The world will tremble as you...
What is somebody calling me?
We just wanted to show everyone the power of your intellect. That great trait which has earned you so much esteem among your fellow Achaeans.
What's esteem?
It is of no matter. How many fingers am I holding up?
Tuesday.
I told you, Dad. I shouldn't see my personal position, but they said there's nothing to be done from him. It's just something he's going to have to come out of on his own.
At least you were able to obtain the provisions required to maintain our campaign.
The required provisions and a bit of a bonus. As part of my take, I found a woman of exceeding beauty. She is great, and she is my own.
It would seem that the gods themselves smile upon us, great Agamemnon. Mighty Greek warriors, come, sit with us. Enjoy the moment while we have it.
My good king, there's a certain priest from the city of Vajra. The man guardian of great peace.
Oh, does he? Bring him in.
I hate trees. If you can't help, they're going to help you or harm you.
I would have to agree with you, Ajax. Agamemnon, do you think what you are doing is wise?
Come now, the man says I've taken something of his. The least I can do is see what he wants.
Very well, you are the king, and I cannot second judge you. But remember, the man is a priest, and you might anger some god if he is not treated well.
I remember the time when I angered the god. That was back in the days when Sparta was the god with Athens. Yeah. We were fighting for the right to see we were fighting. Well, anyways, then all of a sudden a giant out of the sky and landed on our army.
Does this story have a point, O wise Nestor?
Point of the story is supposed to be one.
I present the good Phoenician, priest of Apollo.
Greetings, O reverend one. How may I be of service to thee?
Good and kind king, I have traveled this day and night from the once thriving city of Adra in search of my daughter, Heraclitus.
No, he wants the girl.
I know not of what you speak.
I'm not the fool you would have me be, king! Apollo himself has told me where she may be found, and I've also come prepared. I brought 20 head of cattle and all the precious stones I have.
Maybe it is you who thinks of me as a fool. You and I both know she is worth tenfold of what you brought. And even if you brought enough, I wouldn't return her to you anyway.
Agamemnon, I must oppose your treatment of our guest. He has come all this way and brought all he can. You should let him have his daughter back.
Yes, that would be the proper thing to do, wouldn't it? But I won't. For the simple fact that I don't have to. As for you, priest, be gone and don't show your face in this camp again. Have I made myself clear?
Perfectly clear. You know that I've come to you in good faith. And this is how I'm treated. Farewell to you and your fellow kings. And may you pray that Apollo doesn't expose you for what you really are.
And what exactly are we, deep first of Apollo?
Nothing! Absolutely nothing.
I hope you are happy with what you have done.
What do you mean, with what I've done?
The man is a priest of Apollo, and you've just turned him against us. Perhaps even turned Apollo himself against us. That is what you have done.
That still remains to be seen, although I doubt it will ever happen. Well, my good men, it's been a long day. Tomorrow will prove to be just as long, and I plan to get a head start on it. Good evening to you all.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great! This is just swell! Not only do we have to worry about the Trojans, but we gotta worry about the gods as well! You know, there's only so much a man can take! I think I have to go to the tree!
While it is getting late, great Achilles, and I think I should be getting along too.
I see by the blue hue and the long cast of shadows that night has descended once more upon our heads. The earth will now begin to cool, and all creatures of light choose this time to return to the rejuvenating realm of sleep. Good even, pleasant dreams. He's gone. Wise and mighty warriors, it has been a pleasure to share my tents with you, and I look forward to the time when we may reconvene in the spirit of fun and friendship.
And I the same. Alicia. Ulysses.
You return while others turn to their beds for the night. Is there something on your mind which I can help to remedy?
I thought I might ask the same question of you, old friend.
Whatever do you mean?
You can hide your thoughts from the others, but I know you too well. Now, are you going to share your troubles with me or hide them from me as you have the others?
My old friend Patroclus, we have been inseparable since childhood. You do indeed know me well. Do you really need to ask the source of my distemper?
No, I do not. You know he is right to do as he wants. After all,
he is king. You are right. He is king, and I suppose it is his right to do what he wants.
Everything is all right then.
I cannot alter Agamemnon's actions, but I fear that Ischios Chryses will come back to haunt us, and that all Achaeans will be made to pay a price for our king's appetite. I've dealt with the gods before and learned that Phoebus Apollo is not the being to be trifled with.
Well, we will have to bear with it as we may. Sleep well, dear friend.
Yes. Sleep well, Patroclus. But be sure that you may wait for the dawn.
So, you've allowed Agamemnon to ignore your exhortations and mistreat my beloved priest. That, Achilles, was a grave mistake. Now all will be made to pay for your king's arrogance. All except for you. For in your wisdom you sought to have Chryses return to her father. Because of this I will spare you from my wrath. But know that until my priest is appeased, I will not relent. Spear is in your hand. Cast it where you will.
Talk to you about Paris. I know he's my brother, and I'm glad to see that he's happy, but sometimes I feel like asking him why he came here. Why did he have to bring so much pain and suffering with him? Why did... I see I bore you with my mindless chatter.
Chatter, maybe, but mindless, no. I fear, my son, that many of the men feel much as you do. However, those same men also call Paris friend, and a true Trojan is not the friend swept up by the swift hand of Hades. I'm sure he would have been if not for our blind hospitality.
Yes, I must agree with that, Father, but brother or no brother, friend or no friend, the fact remains the same. If we do not give Helen back to the Achaeans, or if they do not leave our city, we will be destroyed.
Do you think I do not know that? Ever since the Achaeans reared their ugly heads, it's all I've been able to think about. So, the question of the day is, how do we get him to leave without kicking him out physically?
That is a good question, Father. How do we get them to leave?
Well, here's my idea.
How much Paris hates us. Tell him he has some vacation time. That is a good plan, Father. A very good plan indeed.
Well, with that settled, who shall be the one to inform him of our resolve?
I think it should be one of us. After all, we are the ones who decided upon this course of action.
Yes, suppose I should be the one to do it.
No.
I am his father.
No. He is my brother. I shall be the one to tell him.
You mean it?
No, not really. I'll, jankin you for it.
Okay. Ha! Papyrus, you lose.
I always lose. It's not fair.
You lose because I am both king and your father. It would not be right for you to challenge me and win. Besides, you always choose rock.
Well, I'm a soldier, Father. My only other option is papyrus. Of course, I choose the mightier weapon.
Sir! Oh, you're not gonna believe this.
What is it?
Oh, there's a huge group of women outside of our gates. They're demanding entry into the city.
Women? Like we need any more women. Send them away.
We tried, sir, but these are not ordinary women. They're very fearsome. We sent Hecubus here. So I done them off, but one of them came up, broke his sword, ripped his shield, and picked him up by the greaves and threw him back over the wall.
Really? This is a matter I must deal with personally. How many are there?
Oh, many, my lord. There's definitely a formidable force assembled outside our gates.
Very well. Hector, go, form up a battalion, and inform them you will escort an emissary and his guards, her guards, to an audience here with myself.
It's as good as done, Father. Come along.
This may be the stroke of luck I've been waiting for. If these warrior women are truly as strong and powerful as I have heard, they may be able to turn the battle in our favor. If only I could get them on our side.
But some heathens have been camped outside the city walls, and I've come here to send them off.
Put that sword away. I have a much better plan for our guests. I will make them our allies.
Slaying women, are you sure?
Perfectly sure. In these savages, we may have found the key to winning this war. Now put that sword away. Priam, and these are two of my sons, Hector and Paris.
Why did it take so long to get me in within your gates?
I'm sorry about that. At any time, but especially at wartime, we must be suspicious of any armed force arriving before our city. But you're here now. Now, who exactly are you?
We are warriors, known as the Amazons, and I am their queen, Zephyr.
Are you here to aid us in our struggle against the Achaeans?
In a sense, but no, not exactly. We've come to aid our dear sister Helen in her struggle for freedom from male oppression.
Well, as long as that means you'll be on our side, welcome to Troy.
Not so fast, simpleton. There are certain terms which must be laid down if you wish to enlist our aid.
What is it you desire?
There are 3 conditions which you must agree to. First, I am to be included in any councils of war, and I alone have command over the Amazon forces. Second, Helen is to be given free choice to where she wishes to abide.
Yes, that is fine. What is the third condition?
You are to supply us with 3 healthy men every day, for while we have little use for them, we've been unable to bypass nature's laws of procreation, for we still have a need to keep our numbers at an acceptable level. Agreed.
I believe I can convince my men.
Oh, yes, Father, and if the men are unwilling to do it themselves, I'll do it.
Yes, then it's settled.
Yes. Welcome to Troy. Yes.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like? I were the greater and you the lesser?
No.
Well, how about sometime you let me try your armor on?
No.
How about next time there's a fight, you let me lead your army into battle?
No. Hey, Jax.
Yes?
Do you have an army of your own?
No. Not really. I just come along for the feast.
It's your fault, so you should pay the cost of appeasing Apollo!
Oh, yes, that's all very fine and well for you, Achilles. As far as you're concerned, Apollo must be appeased. So long as it costs you nothing. No, I will not be the only one here to take a loss. I will return Cratius only if I'm reimbursed with another concubine.
Reimbursed! You greedy bastard! Not content to sacrifice anything for anyone!
Come, my lords, please. It is not seemly to see 2 of our greatest leaders locked in contention with one another. I would counsel you, great Agamemnon, to heed Achilles' counsel. Swallow your pride and return the girl to her father. Achilles, be not wroth with our king, for his king he has granted special privileges and insights beyond those of normal men. Aye, he has granted insights of how to better himself at the expense of others.
I believe Ajax is right. I remind you.
Shut up, Nestor! I will hear no more. I am your king, Achilles, and to show my power, I will return Trachis at your expense. In return, I demand that you surrender your favorite concubine, Brightes, to me. I would take Patroclus if I thought she was worth anything as a friend, a squire, or a concubine.
Those will be the last words you ever utter, you fallacy of a man. Prepare to meet Hades.
Stay your hand, Achilles. I'll not allow you to continue this course.
He has insulted both myself and my best friend. He will pay for his weakness and his arrogance.
I cannot allow it. For both of you are far too pleasing to me, and I'm not willing to surrender you to Hades just yet. But do not fear, great warrior. There will come a day when Agamemnon will see their arms way of faith. The strength and courage will soon be rewarded.
Very well, Athena. I cannot prevail against your wisdom.
Thank you, noble and well-loved Achilles.
You may retain your life a short time more, petty slave king. I have come to this forsaken battle in good faith, with no thought for myself or my personal gain. And this time, thanks for my charity. So be it, Agamemnon, you shall have your prize. But no longer will I strive with your army. You will regret this someday when the mighty Hector faces you on the field, and there is no man in your midst that can withstand you.
I beg you to consider if this is really the most prudent course of action, my lord.
No, Patroclus, this is not the most prudent course of action. This is the only course of action. Come now.
Oh! Oh no! Now someone else is gonna have to fight Hector. How are we ever supposed to win without Achilles and I? I have to go to my tent.
Here we are, Ajax.
What do we do now?
Brightes must be returned to her father. Nestor, Ajax, and Lesser, take one of your long black robes and load it with all the gold you can carry and 3 cows. When you arrive at the island, return the girl to her father with the gold, and offer the 3 cows as a sacrifice to Apollo.
It will be done right away, sir. Come along, Ajax. We haven't got much time.
No! I hate priests.
You can't turn us into cattle. We're stuck on our minds like our pigs yet. Shut up. Oh, Mama.
Yes, Ajax. But not so bad. Quite ironically, I remember the time when every man in my army forgot who he was. Ah, that was back in
Oh,
the day
please,
when...
Nestor, shut up.
Come on.
Do you think we can hold out against the Trojan offense, let alone beat them up without the aid of the mighty Achilles?
Mighty? We don't need him. We never have. For the longest time, he's been a thorn in my side, for which I've had no remedy. And now that I've put him in his place, he runs to his tent like a child runs to his mother. Mighty indeed.
Surely you don't mean that. If it wasn't for the mighty Achilles and his valiant army, we would not...
Enough! I've heard enough of the good Achilles and his deeds. It sickens me even to hear his name. You now go to the remaining chiefs and tell them to prepare for war. Well, the sun still shines, Ajax.
Right.
Even though he chooses not to fight, his influence will be hard to overcome. I know I've made the right choice, for I am king and all my choices are right. But something inside stirs me and makes me ill when I think of what has occurred. And I have to ask, my choice was right. Was it wise?
all was appeased by Agamemnon's actions, and the Greek camp returned to his good favor. Achilles, however, was not appeased. Upon returning to his ships, he pleaded with Zeus to help Agamemnon realize that without him they could not prevail over the Trojan forces. Zeus heard his plea and consented to aid the Trojan hero Hector, so that Agamemnon would be forced to prostrate himself at Achilles' feet and beg for forgiveness. However, even the plans of the gods do not always work as intended.
Battle, dear brother.
Not well. Trojans are fighting at their best, and I believe the dreaded Amazons have joined the skirmish.
Well, Zeke, you just
Go on, what's go? But they're out there on the field slaying our men. Strange this, Knox. They look so much like Helen.
Don't just look like Helen.
Actually, I was referring to the Amazons. Now that you mentioned it, it's like a huge army of Helens. Just fighting and killing each other. Do not soon find a way to hold evil Helens back. We'll not survive the day.
The guy picture you paid, ventilator. Is it possible that the vast and valiant army of these Chiefs may be overcome on the field?
Your eyes fail you, great brother. Did you not see them pushing back our Helens? If only Achilles were here to aid us in this.
Well, he is not. Don't indulge in such fantasies. Get over your number. Hold these Trojans at bay.
Look! Hector and his Helens pushed to take this very supply.
Ah, keep a peep from all over after my Hector. On after by the other guy. See wherever you walk. Trail of bodies as long as day.
Do not retreat quickly. We shall soon find out if it is true. Oh, it will not be to die before I have my chance to extract my revenge on Paris and Helen. Strange that not this. Hector looks so much like Helen. Oh no.
You are too late, Achilles! The day is off and the war is nearly won! Now face me on the field of honor and meet your doom! Fight like a madman! So, this is your hero? Look and despair, for he lies at my feet in an ocean of his own blood. Behold, the death of Achilles! I shall take his armor as a tribute to the might of the Trojan army. What is it? What felt dog do you want to play such games with a soldier's life? This is not the mighty Achilles, but some petty soldier playing dress up. Kill Hector!
Oh, yes, you like to think you've done something great to aid the cheer cause. Oh, hear me now when I tell you that your throne of force not what he has anymore. The victor in this struggle will be chosen by the God, and nothing you could have done would have changed the final episode. All your cries and silly, your death. 3 to 2, starting world, turn the tide of battle. And all of us that know this. So come with me now, knowing your death was completely
shut up. It's not 10 o'clock. It's 6 in the morning! And all is not well.
Hector! Hector! Come out and face me, you daughter of a cur! I will give you a short time to prepare for death before I will smash this wall and tear you from your bed!
You look pretty mad. Shut up, you fool! This is my name, Jimmy. If you're not careful, you may get on that threat. I think I wet my toga. Oh, me too.
Do not go out there, brother. I've seen your death this night if you go beyond the safety of these walls.
I fear Cassandra is right. Achilles is a mighty foe under normal conditions, but now he is enraged and must surely vanquish you if you choose to face him.
To know that you care for my safety that much makes me want to stay, but it is destiny that he and I should meet. It's not to see who is the better man, than to see who is the greater warrior.
I beg you to reconsider. I've lost many sons in this world and hate to lose another.
Please do not go. I would hate to see you die.
Are you so convinced that my demise is imminent? Have you such little faith in my abilities as a warrior that you've already begun to grieve? I will go out there. I will fight. And I will be triumphant. It is my destiny.
I cannot bear to watch.
What does he wait for? Surely he heard my call to battle. Perhaps he cowers before my might.
I am here.
So, you have come after all. Most other men would have remained cowering behind their city gates. But you, I must assume, are not like other men.
You are right in that assumption, mighty one. Most men think of you as invincible, but I know better. You eat and sleep like the rest of us. You think and feel like the rest of us. And by Zeus, you can live and die just like the rest of us. So prepare yourself. For when you live by the sword, you will die by the sword.
You are quick.
I don't look what I see. I found that
me.
Yes.
Is your father a thief?
Of course not. Why do you ask?
Because he stole the stars out of the sky and put them in your eyes.
Please go away.
Did I say something to offend? I'm really, really sorry.
Not that. It's just that I'm trying to feel sorry for myself, and you're making it very difficult for me by making me laugh.
Why would you laugh? Your eyes do remind me of a sky long forgotten. And besides, why would a lovely lady as yourself need to feel sorry for anything?
Well, you see, I have the power to tell what the future holds, but nobody believes me. They laugh at me behind my back.
What foul beings. You may tell me anything you wish, and I will not laugh.
Why not? What makes you different?
I've the same sort of problem. People talk about me behind my back. They say I'm not well. They play tricks with my mind. They will not hear me out. They say I'm not well.
That's sad to hear. Sometimes I think they're right. Lately I've been having these dreams about this horse in a field, and it's giving birth to men and it's surrounded by vicious wolves. Then the men slay the wolves. I can tell by your eyes that you have a very versatile mind, so tell me, isn't that the oddest thing you've ever heard?
Yeah, that's right up there with flies. Why?
Oh no. There's a brilliant Ulysses thinks I'm crazy. You're just like everyone else.
Well, I hope so. I mean, who's ever heard of a horse giving birth to men? Boy, I thought I had problems. Wait a minute. How did you know my name is Ulysses? And how did you know that I have brilliance? Maybe she can see the future. Maybe she does know what's in store for us all. Nah.
Oh, yes. I see you, Master. You cannot hide from me. These armies will not protect you. My wrath comes down. You have taken the process from me, and now I shall take your life from you. So face me and die.
Come on.
If you live by the sword, you will die by the sword. It is done.
It's about 10 o'clock. All's well in the walls of Troy.
You mustn't feel so guilty about your brother's demise.
Yes, but if it weren't for my greed and lack of foresight, this never would have happened.
You're right. No. You should not have come. But you are here now, and that's all that matters. So, you must put aside your reservations and take to the matter at hand. Our forces need a leader now more than ever to take them into battle. And I believe it is you, my son, who should rise to the occasion.
Thank you, Father. You are very wise. Now, I must prepare for the upcoming battle.
It is a wise choice you have made, my son. I will leave you to prepare now.
still cannot help feel guilty about the death of my poor brother Hector. Yet a new fire burns within me, fire that will see the death of Achilles.
And it might.
Who's there?
Just an old man. Couldn't help but overhearing a young man's desire.
What do you know of my desires, old man?
Oh, not much really. A little of this, a little of that. These weak points.
There's no time for this. I have other
Wait, don't leave not yet. I can prove what I say is true.
Very well, but you better not be wasting my old time.
Oh, it'll all be worth it. But
tell me, what is this weak point you speak of? What? I mean, only a madman could conceive such a possibility. How could even such a small perfection exist? I mean, strange. He was here just a minute ago. Most peculiar.
Even I took pity on the Achilles when the king was so unjust to thee, and your friend became but a memory. But your slain Hector was not enough for you in your vengeful heart. You defiled his lifeless body, denying him a proper burial. For this you must be held accountable, and you will pay the price.
I
Your children are all goats and sheep, your wives are fat like cows. Our wives are fat, your families while you steal out in the night. You just little mama boys are going to lose this fight.
Achilles, what is that there?
What is what where?
That thing hanging on the back of your leg, right there behind your foot.
Where?
Hold on. Now. There it is. See? Hey, you don't look so good.
Yes! Help!
Oh, wait.
Mother! Mother, where are you?
I am here, my son.
Mother, what is happening? I have never felt this before.
Rest, my son. Soon, very soon, all the pain will be gone.
Mother, try to remember me, for Hades comes.
Come on to me, Achilles! You little bastard! No, you cannot have him! Here, get Vegas! He belongs to me! No, you will not have him! Almighty Zeus, author of all we know, I beg of thee, let me have my son's undying soul. I could not bear the thought of him spending all eternity in the deeps of Tartarus. It is your thing that fallen on deaf ears! Have I done something to displease you, great Zeus, that you would not hear my request? Can you answer to my plea? Here I see! Not interested! Now from my son! The journey isn't He seems most interested after all! Very well then! The soul's yours!
Thank you, mighty Zeus. Thank you. I shall not forget this. Truly, you are the King of Kings. Come with me, my son.
believe the mighty Achilles has fallen.
Nor can I, my friend. It's so unbelievable. I'm truly at a loss for words.
I know how you guys feel right now, but does anyone doubt what will happen when the Trojans start their next attack?
Don't worry yourself, Ulysses. We can hold out against any attack they may mount. Just as we have for 10 years.
But they've got those awful women helping them, and they...
Not now, Ulysses. Please. I wish the mighty Odysseus was here. He had a real mind to battle out tactics.
Well, don't everybody talk all at once.
Please excuse us, most imperial Agamemnon. We were feeling somewhat downcast at the passing of Achilles. He was a man more suited to be a god. Both strong and noble was he, a true leader in time and place where so few strong leaders may be found. Yes, I do believe the whole earth mourns the death of Achilles. He was as a god and should have lived forever.
That's not really what I wanted to hear, Ajax. Achilles is dead. Deal with it. What we need now is a plan of action. I dare to think that with the Amazons to aid them, the Trojans will not remain cowering behind the walls for very much longer.
I've been thinking along the very same lines. I have this idea how to get in the first strike.
Ulysses, why don't you go and rest? The others now will work this out.
But this is a really good idea. You gather up a lot of wood, right?
Not now, Ulysses, please. You're still recovering from your wound. Just sit back, relax, take it easy, and we'll come up with a plan, but we'll consult you before we put it into action.
Hey guys, isn't this a great day?
It is the darkest day we have yet faced, and if things continue at this pace, I'm never going to get my wife back.
I truly sympathize with you, my lad. It must be hard to lift up female attention. But I've had such a good day!
And I suppose you're going to tell us about it?
Yes, I am. I was out supervising the body pickup when I found this. You like it?
That's Achilles' armor!
Why, yes, I do believe it is.
I want it! What? You don't need it, Ajax. You've already got beautiful armor. And you, Ajax, you're never on the battlefield. What do you need it for?
I would be most honored if one of you brave gentlemen would accept this armor as a token of my deep-seated esteem.
I would be glad to!
Oh, no, you don't. It'll be mine!
I'm sorry, Odysseus, but...
Yes, you missed me! Oh.
I'm sorry, Ulysses, but I'm the greater warrior, therefore I shall have the greater armor.
Ah, but you forget, I am the smarter. Thus I need great armor to protect my race.
Perhaps the mighty Odysseus could have beaten me in a battle of wits, but you, Ulysses, never.
Well, the glove is on the ground. Since you're so cocksure you're the better man, I accept the test of battle skill. A fighter has to instinctively be able to move quickly without being detected. The ultimate test of this skill is knuckles. I will begin. First 1 to 3 wins.
Agreed.
Let the game begin. No.
Oh, gee, my sandal's always coming undone at the wrong time.
I know what you mean. Oh, God! You're a most devious man, Ulysses, but you'll never catch me unaware again.
That's 1 for me. Ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Go!
You pulled away! You pulled away! That's your default! 2 for me!
I'm gonna kill you, Ulysses!
Stop moaning! Nothing in the world says I can't spit in your face. Possible game point. Oh, gee, now neither of us will get the armor. Achilles, what are you doing
what?
here?
Achilles? Oh!
I win!
It's all
mine! It's all mine!
Not fair! You tricked me!
Ah, but you claimed you could defeat me at a battle of wit. You failed! Is that right, King Agamemnon?
I would have to agree with Ulysses.
You're gonna kill him!
Calm down.
Not the armor. That I lost to him.
Oh, wow, this is great. I like it so nice.
Yes! Watch out for the stairs! Oh, no! Ah!
It would appear that he's dead.
I remember the time when I got cut in half by a got me clean in it. But there was this terrific gardener who figured out how to fix broken trees. He put a chunk of wood in my spine, and it was as new ever since.
You may see that, brother Lee.
No. I was just putting your soul. The man makes you get it, don't be ridiculous.
How can you joke at a time like that? First the killing time, and now in the next time. In case you haven't noticed, this hasn't been a good day. You're gonna tell me that I gotta go out in the field and fight just the sun. Spiral reaching around me, puts my bowels in knots. Oh, God.
I feel that we could have overcome the singular loss of either Achilles or Ajax, but the death of both will make it very difficult to overcome our adversaries. Too difficult. Perhaps we should leave while our souls are still our own. I do not wish to join Achilles and Tartarus so soon.
It is not Tartarus, Agamemnon.
Whatever do you mean, O wise Athena? Does not every soul belong to Hades after the body lies still in cold, or does he yet live?
No, he is quite dead. But his ever-loving mother Thetis has wrestled his soul from Hades' grasp, and she has raised White Island in the sea. And there placed the spirits of Achilles, Patroclus, and their lovers on it for all eternity.
That is good to know, my queen of wisdom and beauty, but this will aid us little in our current predicament.
That is why I have come here at this time. Search deep within yourselves. For one of you has harbored within his mind the knowledge necessary to bring down the parapets of Troy.
Thank you, gracious Athena. Here's my comrade. That one of us is holding out.
Wait, see, I have a plan. First, all you gotta do is get all this
Well,
wood in it.
yes, one plan. It's not going to work. This is just like the time when we were trying to conquer the Peloponnese. We tried a plan. I don't remember what it was. But it didn't work.
Go ahead, Menelaus. We'd like to hear your ideas.
Well, just as I recall, before Helen left, she didn't leave me. She was stolen away in the night by a skulking thief.
Menelaus.
Most of humanity. He will pay for that. I'll see that he back me.
Menelaus. Now, wait a minute. I just had an idea. I once heard of a man who said that you could melt stone with water. I believe this process was called erosion. We have about 40,000 men at our disposal. If we got them all to drink a lot of wine...
It won't work.
You're not braving you. He's the only speaker. You have the contributions made.
Well, you see, erosion takes thousands of years to work. It's not an overnight thing. But I do have this plan that's almost sure to work.
Come now, aren't you being a bit stupid?
Who cares? As long as it helps me get Helen back.
Speak, Ulysses. Well, actually, I have several different versions of the same idea. If you gentlemen would be good enough to sit and relax, I'll show you each version. my idea involves a horse, you see, as well as a touch of trickery.
A horse? A horse? A horse?
A horse, of course. Those Trojans will open the gates of Troy and reach out to accept our toy.
A horse? A horse? A horse?
A horse, of course. Let me try this once again. Our little horse would be made of men. A horse, of course. Maybe I haven't explained well enough. Our horse would be made of stuff.
A horse? A horse?
A horse. A horse, of course. And once we get inside the gates, those Trojans will finally meet their fate. A horse!
A horse?
A horse! A horse, of course! For our strongest men would be inside, and in the horses where they'd hide.
A horse? A horse?
A horse! A horse, of course. Perhaps if a horse's size was great, it would be the perfect fit. Those stupid Trojans would let us in and finally give us our chance to win.
A horse! A horse!
A horse! A horse! Of course!
Well, I hate to admit it, Ulysses, but that is a damn good plan.
Well, I tried.
Can't even read time. No. Wait a minute. Don't. That's the king's favorite century. Why, I don't know. I guess he's just trying his little bit. Besides, what do you mean the war's almost over? Haven't you heard? Achilles is dead. Then it's great news indeed. Who was finally able to vanquish him? Prince Paris. Found his weak spot. Felled him with an arrow. It is rumored that it out from the gods. That is still an amazing feat. That is grand. It will set my wife's mind at ease to let her know that that widower is no longer on the field. Mine also. That's not all. It's also rumored Ajax the Greater committed suicide. He was only slightly less formidable than Achilles on the battlefield. I do believe the gods smile upon Troy, my friend. Indeed they must.
No. Caesar can take our warrior women now and leave the city.
You good slothful, Prince Paris. Do not believe that just because they have lost two of the heroes, that they will be easy to defeat.
Listen to her, Paris. If the Amazons flee, Troy will fall. I have seen it!
Perhaps it would be wise, my son, to ask Zethus to tarry a while longer.
Thank you very much. You can leave now.
Then I will. So we'll be out of your seat by nightfall. Enjoy your eternal sleep with pain.
Farewell, Father. It's time for me to leave. Dear sister, I'll get well soon.
In case you are too busy to see me within the next week. Goodbye, Father. My fate is sealed. Troy will fall.
So what do you think of all that? Prince Paris is right. We do not need the Amazons anymore. And besides, Cassandra's just a loony.
Oh
Breaking the castle.
Do you guys know what time it is? Just kidding, it's 10 o'clock and all's well in the walls of Troy! Oh, God! The pain! Alas, I am slain! Oh!
Get them! Ow! Oh! Hey, you! Go find Menelaus and Agamemnon. Tell them where we may be found. That we have King Priam alive!
Right away.
What took you so long? I've been waiting for you.
Well, it is quite a flight of stairs we have leading up to this room.
I see your point. Blame anyone?
No, I don't think we will.
Have it your way.
Great Zeus, man! How can you remain so calm when you know your city's being destroyed?
It's simple, mighty Odysseus.
That's Ulysses.
I'm sorry, great Ulysses.
But my eyes have seen so much destruction and loss over the past 10 years that I no longer care. So, if you'll excuse me, my throat is getting dry. Greetings, great Achaean warriors. How may I help?
Let's cut to the chase, shall we? Tell us where they are and we'll let you live.
They're dead. What? You just killed most of the people in my city. There was Hades, you know?
Betrayal, man, and now the truth. Where are Helen and Paris? Where?
You missed them.
What do you mean we missed them? This is not a game of hide and go seek. You will tell me where they are, or you will die.
Don't get yourself all worked up, noble Menelaus. They're no longer in the city. They departed last week.
What?
This is the last time I will ask you. Where?
To the land of the pyramids.
Egypt!
Egypt! What are we going to do now, King Agamemnon?
Nothing.
Nothing!
Do you really mean it?
Of course I mean it.
I wonder where he's going.
Do you have to ask?
Well, it would have been polite for him to tell us. But that's not the issue here. You say we're not going after Helen of Paris? Why?
For the simple fact that we don't have the men, morale, or time for another sustained conflict, especially with the Egyptians.
Would you look at that? He's not even using a ship. Does he plan to swim all the way to Egypt?
Probably not. He'll get tired and come back after a little while, and if he doesn't, we'll just pick him up on the way.
Good plan. Let us not waste any time. There may still be some fearsome Trojans living.
Well, Ulysses, I think we should take the example of our remaining Ajax and depart.
I would agree.
Triumph! It's been a good 9 years.
King Priam, would you like to come back to Aegea with me?
Yeah! I thought you'd never ask.
I've got the fastest ship in the fleet. We'll be there in no time.
No, going to miss this place.
Believe it or not, my friend, so will I.
Somebody. Yeah.